All right, folks, get ready with me to channel a legacy of rebellion through makeup. So I am launching season 5 of my podcast, Unruly Figures. And as you guys know, every season I cover rebels, rule breakers, revolutionaries all across time, in all stripes, of all nationalities, of all genders, pretty much everybody. If you rebelled and you're dead, you're fair game. But this season, I'm sick of men. I'm tired of it. I don't want to talk to men. I don't want to talk about men. So I'm only going to talk about women, people who identify as women. Unruly Figures is going to be a very feminine space in season 5. I'm telling you right now. And so I thought, what better way to talk about that than to do a little vamp makeup tutorial and tell you guys all about vamp makeup of the 1920s and how scandalous it was. So if you know anything about kind of 1920s beauty, you know that this look was considered extremely scandalous. The look was, I'm talking smoky eyes, thin brows usually, and a lipstick so thick, so dark, it was almost black. Women like Theda Bara, the actress, wore this look not just to be seductive, but to scare people, specifically to scare men. She played dangerous women on screen, and the establishment freaked out. Everyone thought she was going to steal your soul and your man. I actually covered her in one of my most popular bonus episodes called The Sisterhood with the, what was it called? Called The Slinking Sisterhood with the Deadly Eyes. And it was all about these early on-screen vamps and how they rewrote the rules of what power could look like as a woman. Ooh, that is not going well. These women, they adopted the attitude of all the men that had come before them. By that I mean that they began to seduce men and discard them, just like men had been doing to them for generations. And it was a freedom that moralists were horrified by. So Theda Bara, the original vamp herself, she once said, "The vampire that I play is the vengeance of my sex upon its exploiters." You see, I have the face of a vampire, but the heart of a feminist. Every time we put on vamp makeup today, we are honoring these women who came before us. Honestly, it's a bit like joining a lineage. I think someone at Allure said that first. When we put on this super heavy eye makeup, which, let's face it, I would probably not wear this out in public today. At least not for a daytime look, maybe in the evening. Yeah, I could see myself wearing this out if I went to clubs anymore, which I don't because I'm old. But I like that idea that we are joining a lineage. With that in mind, slicking on a bright red lipstick is not just a beauty move. It becomes an act of defiance. These women, they weren't trying to be palatable, They were over that, which, let's face it, relatable. Their makeup said, "I'm not here to be your wife. And in fact, I might ruin your life." So yeah, all that to say, season 5 of Unruly Figures is almost here. It's full of women who dressed loudly, disobeyed, sometimes loudly and sometimes quietly, and ended up changing everything for themselves, for the people they loved, and for the places they lived. First episode of the season is up on Tuesday, October 6th. So subscribe to Unruly Figures now and come meet the icons.